of standard 9. Subject is biology, right? Now the name of our chapter is tissues. So as we all know that tissues are very important in any living organisms. They are nothing but the group of cells which work together, okay, to achieve a particular function. In the previous lecture, we studied about the different type of tissue. That is, we have studied about meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue is generally found in the plants at the parts which are growing, right? So meristematic tissues are also known as growing tissues. There are three main types of meristematic tissues, that is apical meristematic tissue, intercalary meristematic tissue and lateral meristematic tissue. So these are the tissues which are found at the tips of roots and shoots. Okay, then we studied about permanent tissue. So permanent tissues have mainly two types, that is simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Now simple permanent tissue again have three main types, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, right? And the complex permanent tissue have mainly two types, that is xylem and phloem. If you remember, in the previous lecture we studied about parenchyma. So let's recall, parenchyma is nothing but the tissues, okay, which are generally found at the next level or next layer of epidermis, okay, or we can say the below the epidermis, okay. The cells of this tissue are living. They are living cell in the parenchyma, right? Then they are unspecialized cells and they have very large intercellular space between the cells, okay. And main function of this parenchyma is to store food and to give support to the whole plant. Okay, then we studied about the two types of parenchyma, that is if any tissue is having chlorophyll inside them, then this type of parenchyma is known as chlorenchyma, okay. And the aquatic plants have air cavities inside them. So this type of parenchyma is known as aerenchyma, right? So this is all about what we have learned in the previous lecture. Now let's go towards the next simple permanent tissue, that is collenchyma. So like parenchyma, collenchyma is also a type of simple permanent tissues, right? The cells are living. As in parenchyma, the cells are living. They are elongated, means the shape is elongated. If we compare with parenchyma, in parenchyma the cells are unspecialized, means they do not have specific shape. But here the cells are elongated and they are irregularly thickened at corners, means there is some substance which is present in the corners of this cell, right? So these are the cells of collenchyma. The cells of collenchyma have very little intercellular space, means the cells are, we can say, tightly packed. They have very less intercellular space between them, okay. So we can compare that in parenchyma large intercellular space is there, but in collenchyma very little intercellular space is there. Where they are located? Generally we can find this type of tissues in the leaf stalks below the epidermis. Okay, and what is the function of parenchyma? As we know, the function of parenchyma is to store food and to support the plant. Like that only the function of parenchyma is to provide flexibility to the plants. Means plants can bend but they cannot break. This is because presence of parenchyma, right? And this tissue also provide mechanical support to the plant, or we can say mechanical strength to the plant. Okay, so the cells of parenchyma are living, elongated and thickened at corners, right? And they have very little intercellular space between them. They generally found in the leaf stalk below the epidermis, and they provide the mechanical support to the plants, and the flexibility is there because of parenchymatous tissue. Now let's move towards our next tissue, that is sclerenchyma. So it is also a type of simple permanent tissue. Okay, here the cells are dead. Okay, in parenchyma and parenchyma the cells were living, but in sclerenchyma the cells are dead. Okay, the shape of the cell is long and narrow. They are thickened regularly. If you remember, we studied that in parenchyma they are irregularly thickened only at the corners, but here the cells are thickened regularly. Okay, and this thickness is because of presence of lignin. So what is this? Lignin is nothing but a chemical which provide the strength to the plant. Means if the plant is hard and stiff, that is because of presence of lignin. Okay, here the cells have no intercellular space. So if we compare, then in parenchyma very large intercellular space, in parenchyma very little intercellular space, and in sclerenchyma no intercellular space. Means we can say the cells of this tissues are very tightly packed. Okay, so where are these cells located? So location is in stems around vascular bundles. So vascular bundles, if you remember, I told in the chapter number 6 that vascular bundles are, yes, xylem and phloem are known as vascular bundles. So obviously xylem and phloem are present in the stem of the plant. Okay, so this tissues, that is sclerenchymatous tissues, are found around the vascular bundles in the stem, in veins of leaves, and in hard covering of seeds and nuts. We can also find this type of tissue in the husk of coconut. So whenever any seed or nuts are there, the covering or the seed cover is made up of sclerenchymatous tissue, right? The function of this tissue is to provide strength to plants, right? It gives strength to the plants. It makes the plant hard and stiff. So this types of tissue is generally found in the husk of the coconut, on the covering of seeds and nuts. Okay, and it provides mechanical strength to the plants, and it makes the plant hard and stiff. So this is about simple permanent tissue. Now if you remember, I told that the parenchymatous tissue are generally found below the layer of epidermis. So now let's see what is the meaning of epidermis. So epidermis is nothing but the outermost layer. Okay, as I told you in the previous lecture that the outermost layer of any organism, okay, which gives protection is known as epidermis, right? So it is made up of single layers of cell. Epidermis is made up of only single layer of cell. Then we can found parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Epidermal cells present on aerial parts of any plant, means these cells, epidermal cells, what is the function of it? Epidermal cells generally provide protection to all the parts of the plant. Now the epidermal cells which are present on the aerial parts of the plant, aerial parts means the parts which are in contact with the air. Okay, so the epidermal cells present on aerial parts of the plant often secrete a waxy water resistant layer. Okay, so what they secrete? They secrete a waxy water resistant layer. So what is the meaning of this? What they do? Obviously the name suggests water resistant layer means it will protect the plant from water loss. Okay, as we know that if these plants are in desert, then epidermal cells are there to protect from water loss because of transpiration. Okay, so in the huge trees, the epidermal cells present on the aerial parts of any plant will provide or will produce a waxy water resistant layer. So what is the function of this water resistant layer? Is to protect them from three main things, that is water loss due to transpiration, mechanical injury and invasion by parasitic fungi. So this epidermal cells will secrete a waxy water resistant layer. Okay, what is the function of this? It protects the trees from water loss due to transpiration, then mechanical injury. Okay, breaking occurs. If breaking occurs, then it will protect them from mechanical injury inside the plant, inside the tissue, and invasion by parasitic fungi, means fungi cannot attack and eat the plants because of presence of this waxy water resistant layer. So we have talked about the epidermal cells which are present on the leaves, right? Okay, now let's move to the epidermal cells which are present on the roots. Okay, so we know that the function of roots is to absorb water and minerals from the soil, right? So the epidermal cells which are present in the roots, they bear long hair-like structures. So what is the function of long hair-like structures? It will increases the surface area. So as there is more surface area, it can absorb more amount of water, right? So epidermal cells of roots bear long hair-like structure which help to obtain, which help to absorb more amount of water, okay, from the soil. In some plants, say for example the plants which are there in the desert, okay, the epidermis has a thick waxy coating on them. This coating is known as cutin. Okay, so this cutin is present on their outer surface. Okay, what is its function? Yes, you can easily say that this cutin will protect the plant from extra transpiration. Means, as we all know, in the desert the water is very less. So cutin will protect the plant from extra loss of water. Now the stem of a plant has an outer covering called core. First we studied the epidermis of leaf, then we studied the epidermis of roots. Now let's move towards the epidermal cells which are present on the stem, right? So as we all know, the stem is made up of a thick epidermal cells layer. Okay, so this thick layer is known as cork. Okay, and the cells of cork are dead. As we know that Robert Hooke first discovered the cell by seeing the cork, okay, inside the microscope, right? So the cells of this cork are dead, and between the cells of cork there is no intercellular space, means the cells are arranged very tightly. They are arranged one after another very closely, right? So the cells of cork are dead and without any intercellular space. They have the chemical substance known as suberin in their walls, which allow water and gases to come inside and go outside. Okay, so the epidermal layer of the stem is made up of the cells which are known as cork, okay, and the cells of cork are dead and without intercellular space, and on their surface, on the surface of cork, there is a chemical substance known as suberin, which allows water and gases to come inside and go outside, means it will allow the water and gases to pass through them. Okay, so this is all about our today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will study about the complex permanent tissue. Yes, you are right. We are going to study about xylem and phloem. Till that, be at home, be safe. Thank you.
आभार।